Hello, I'm Miss Alford again, and I just wanted to touch base with you once again. Hopefully you've already watched my welcome back video, just where I told you a little bit about myself and my background. Now I'm going to take a few more minutes of your time to go over a few housekeeping things in order about about the class you're starting, Contemporary World Issues. So please just hang with me for a little bit as I go through a couple things to help hopefully make you as successful as possible in my class. So again, I am Miss Alford. A little bit about the course. So this is the fall semester. We're going to dive into world issues in Unit 1, starting off with September 11th, kind of getting the ball rolling, going over some issues that unfolded within that event itself. Unit 2, we're going to look into more of the democratic and government issues happening here in America. Unit 3, we're going to start going into now kind of branching out, going into the world, looking at world politics and all that entails. 4 will be civic action, looking in more of the specifics of the political way things happen. And then rounding out the semester will be economics and in our democracy, looking more of the specifics within our course. That's pretty much going to roll us out for the end of the semester. Going in, so just a couple of our class expectations and then things that we need to make sure that we do follow in all of class discussions. Make sure that we are respectful to everybody. You stay on the schedule. So if you do notice in the course in Neuro, it is all pretty much lined out pretty well to where you see what assignments are due, when they're due. Make sure that you come to class. I'm going to try to do things throughout the year to really try to help encourage you want to come to class, want to feel a part of class, especially just hearing your opinions. I want to make sure that you have a say in my class as well. So communicate. If you ever do have an issue or if something comes up, I do have office hours posted, as well as one-to-one meetings. If you ever need that, you can sign up for that as well. And ultimately, let's just have a great year. Kind of going on. So as we will begin doing our classroom discussions, just a couple things I do want you to really take on as we dive into contemporary world issues. I want you to understand that you do have a voice. Everyone will be given the chance to speak. The presentations won't be taking up the whole class period, so don't feel like you have to only listen to me. Honestly, my discussions are better the more you engage. Make sure when you do engage, you will do it respectfully. Make sure that we're not necessarily, there will be times for debate, but if you're just commenting, make sure that you're not just kind of throwing in, just trying to be devil's advocate for everybody. Avoid blame, speculation, language. Make sure that we do keep language PG. We don't do any explicit language, anything like that. Use facts from reliable source. So if you can't cite it, don't say it. I want to make sure I will, come at you, or someone will potentially at one point ask, where did you get that? Not in a mean way, but we want to make sure that we are understanding where we're getting our facts from. We also want to make sure that you try to assume just assuming something that happens. We will be dealing with issues that at times can be pretty touchy for different people. So make sure that you are keeping it very fact specific. And then, as always, no pun intended, make sure that you try to stay away from absolutes when referencing people groups, when referencing things like that. So try not to use the all, always, or never. Keep kind of going on. If you want to be successful in this class, my advice is to be organized. Now, that even goes down to me. I promise you, I have like 3 different planners, making sure that I do everything for you guys. So make sure that you are organized. You're in a place that you can work without being distracted, especially during our live sessions. You plan. Within your planner, you create a way to make sure that you do have your assignments all in order and when due dates are expected. You come to the Class Connect. That is huge. Come to our live classes. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a great time. So make sure you are here. Everything that is needed to know for the class isn't always going to be in the PowerPoint. Sometimes it will be in my class discussion, which I will record and post in Neuro from time, after every lesson. a big thing, don't put things off, and make sure that an easy way to keep things in order on your laptop or however you're dealing with this course, I would advise making folders. Kind of like if you were in a brick and mortar class where you had a binder, this can be a way that you do stay organized in our virtual setting. Kind of going into the course just a little bit, just kind of help you out. So how do you know what will be expected each day? So on your thing, you're going to go right here. You'll see my schedule, and you can easily see the different classes that you will need to be in. From our class specifically, so looking into contemporary world issues, you will go to your class plan, and here you will see our laid out schedule of what will be expected in contemporary issues, what will be required. If you do miss Class Connect, so maybe you don't come to our live session, you can access the recordings by going here, and you can easily see where things that are recorded. This doesn't just go for our class, but that goes for any class. So hopefully that will help you out as well. Course tools, so navigating around New Row. So you can see here there's Unit 1, Unit 2. So if you ever do need to go to the table of contents, you click on here and it shows you kind of where things are and where things are lined out. Other types of tools that you can see, as you click on Unit 1, you can see where the different things do kind of happen down here, the different things you need to learn. So it will be a lot of reading within our sessions. And then as well, a lot of, we'll have quizzes, we'll have reading discussions, and then also discussion boards from time to time. If you do need to retake quizzes, you will be allowed to take, I'm actually going to move that to 3 attempts. So you'll have 3 attempts to take your quizzes, your tests if you don't do well. Now, I will say quizzes, I understand that that's a quiz. So if you need to use your notes, you can. That is the time to try to enhance your knowledge, make sure to fine tune the things that you need to, that you do know, and some of the things that you might maybe not know as well that you need to start keeping, study up a little bit more on, or maybe schedule a one-to-one and ask me a little bit more questions over. That would be the time that you kind of, like a self-check is what I would call a quiz. Personally, that's what whenever I'm making them, that's the way I think about it. When I give a quiz, it's more of a self-check to prepare my students to know what needs to be on the test. For the test, though, I'm going to recommend that you just focus on what do you know. Base your grade off of what you knew actually, and not what you had to go back and try to find out. Because ultimately, this course is going to be huge, and just as a whole, knowing our government, knowing what's out there within the world just as much. Some other things that you might need to know in course. So you'll see here's kind of the toolbar, class home plan. We went over that. Content, that's going to be the different things like my office hours, things like that. Under grades, so this is how you can check your grades. You can go to assignments, click on that, and then you will know when or what you also need to have in there. TOPS grading policy, so we are 50-50. If you do have a 0, I will add them in the gradebook on Thursday. That's not only a check for myself, but that's for you to know what you have and have not done as the week comes to a close. You can still submit any work that with a 0, just know eventually it will be graded and there's not going to be a late penalty. All assignments, including final exams, will close December 14th. So I would make sure that you put on your calendar grades are going to end on December 14th. Keep in mind that our particular course will not have a final exam. So you need to really focus in on all the other things that we do. Graded assignments for this semester, kind of under tools assessment, here's where you can see. You can see if you've done it or not, and when it was actually due to help you stay in the mood of, are you on time or are you a little behind, you need to get ahead. And ultimately, I cannot emphasize enough, come to Class Connect. You will do better in this course. You will like this course and enjoy it and feel a part of the class if you come. Don't make this just a class that you're doing a click, click, click on your computer and you call it done. I promise the course will be beneficial for you, and hopefully just a great time to collaborate with your peers, talk, get to know some other people, and ultimately, I cannot wait to meet you. I'm excited to have joined this TOPS family, and I'm looking forward to teaching this class. So last couple things, just coming soon will be the introduction to contemporary world issues. We're going to start and dive in on with the September 11th attacks. I'll get to share with you just the exact moment of what I was thinking whenever this happened. I was in 7th grade, and I'm not going to go any further on that. We'll go through them more in class. Every Thursday, I will send out a s'more. That's going to be our announcements and different things like that. And ultimately, I cannot wait to meet you. Can't wait to see you in Class Connect. Hope you enjoy and have had a first great day of school. See you soon.